early morning. I'm at the Dalaman airport. I'm going to Istanbul for a couple of good things. Well, first of all, Gonenc, my friend from Istanbul, he, for the ones that don't know, he's a phenomenal guitarist. He has this album called Socially Awkward. You can find the link in the description. He does YouTube, and he has this series of videos called Bapbapdibap. This series is dedicated to getting into a room and playing live music, live improvisation, and all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna make one of those. See you in Istanbul. So I'm here waiting for the ferry to go see my friends Gonenc and Hazar. Let's go see them. Whenever I'm here, I like traveling with this ferry, fresh air, and some nice scenery. All right, so I made it. This is Hazar.
Hi.
Gonenc is somewhere, but here's the studio. Really excited about this. It's gonna be great. What we're doing actually is a like a live improv jam session type of thing, but who knows what it will lead to. Let's see. And let me show you the studio real quick. This is our drum set. And the drummer, Ahmed, has kind of like a hybrid setup. So we have a pad here. And we're gonna have, so he does this weird thing. He has a regular kick pedal, and like he uses this other like thing for electronic type of kicks, and he plays that one with his heel actually. So that's the drum side of things. Just pretty standard setup, 2 overheads and all that stuff. Little BDSM symbols. And here's Hazar's corner, and this is Hazar.
Hi again.
And yeah, that's the setup right there. And Gonenc is gonna be here on this side, I think. Well, we're still setting up, sort of. So this is still pretty raw. And this is my corner. What we want actually is to not let any sound in the room. So we're going all in, like DIs and stuff. So just gonna have my telly. Here's my telly with the black pickguard. And this time I want to play some synth and stuff. So Hazar lent me this. Just gonna plug this into my computer and use the Anna 2. And I'm gonna use the 14 Kali from Neural DSP for guitars, and that's pretty much it. I have a couple of pedals. Just that is Digitech Digidelay, and that's Tech 21 XXL, and just a tuner. And everything else I think I'm gonna be doing in the box. And here is the control room. So yeah, we're all just plugging in there. I'll have a mix going pretty soon, and that's inside. Let's go see. And that's Gonenc.
Hello.
You know this one. So let me tell you a little bit about my setup. So it's actually pretty straightforward. I have my crank channel here, lead channel here, and I'm using the 14 Kali for both of these things. The first one is it's just a clean channel with some hex drive on, and I'm just running a compressor before it. This is there in case I want something like that, but it's this compressor that's just happening before it hits the amp. And I have three actually effects, which are just a delay, just using the repeater, and I have the verb suite for more like a room sound. And since we're not recording any of the rooms, I thought it would be actually really helpful to have a just a room reverb. It's not that long, it's not that short. It's a small wooden room, and this is what I use for delay, just a repeater. And nothing is going on, actually, it's just as it is. But the reason I want this is because the tap, the tap function will actually really come in handy. Colors at 0, no high pass, low pass filters. Just the analog is pushed in and the ping pong. And my spread is pretty actually wide. That's the only thing. And then I have, for a longer reverb, I have this Valhalla Supermassive. I didn't even do anything. This is just a preset. It just opens when you open the plugin. And I don't, like, these are all bussed together, but as you can see, delay is not actually going into any reverb. Normally I do that, but this case it works. And I have different mixes here. So what I'm actually gonna do is gonna like set these to like a set value. And on this side, I have this MIDI controller that I'll play some synths and stuff. But since I have faders, I thought I can put the effects here, you know, my delay, my room reverb, and my big reverb here. So I can just dial in however much I want. And that's going to be actually really useful for that. And I have this sustain pedal, so like, you know, I can play a chord and like hold it there and play on top of that. I'm not even sure if I'll use any of these guys, but you know, these two pedals are like my go-to pedals that I have in any live situation. I really like that XXL drive. Has that warp button to like, you can get kind of like fuzzy type of tones, but it can be a really straight, really pleasant sounding drive. And Digidilay is like actually a really cheap pedal, but it does what I want it to do. So the only way I'm using this is the analog delay running in front of the amp, so it can get a little dirty. And that's it. Everything is running in the box. I'm just using my Folk-Stretch Scarlett, and we're just running that into the snake there. And we'll all have headphones running from there. And that's it. The only thing I'm going to add now is the synth, and I do have an idea about that. And that's pretty much it. Just started recording, well, not recording, but mixing the drums a bit. Lazar's at work. So as you can see, we're mostly using the stock Logic plugins for now. They seem to be doing a good job, as always. All right, so it's the next day. Pretty much set up. Everything is set up. We got our sound. Just clean the room a bit, and lights are all set, and just getting ready mentally, drinking some coffee and whatnot. And we're gonna start soon. Just wanted to show you the room a bit. Again, this is my corner, like this. This is the drummer's side. We're all mic'd up. This is Hazar's corner. And this is Gonenc's usual corner. So yeah, looking forward to it. All right, so we're going in for the first run. Waiting for Gonenc. We're all set up. And and let's see how it goes.
Bak gözükmediğim bildiğim yerdeyim şu an. Çok iyi.
Evet.
Bir çal gibi yap işte yap.
Tamam, gel Ahmet gel çalalım.
All right, we're wrapped up. Hazar's doing the choosing and mixing and all that. Desk duties are on him this time. That makes me happy. So, yeah. Alright, so this is my last day in here. I'm going back today. I have the flight. It's like 4:30. This is the morning. It's like 9 now. We did the live session. Gonenc and Hazar and Ahmet and me. It's all done. Hazar must be mixing it at the moment. And it shouldn't take long. One other reason why I came to Istanbul was to fix my computer. There was something wrong with the hardware. That's done. And the other thing I wanted to do was actually shoot a music video, but it's not happening. I'm just gonna go to Koycegiz and do it there. And yeah, this is pretty much it for this Istanbul run, and see you all back in Koycegiz. It's the next day. I'm back in Koycegiz where I live. I really had a great time in Istanbul, and first of all, I wanted to thank Gonenc and Hazar and Ahmet to have me as a guest. It was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a little challenging in some ways, and it made me realize a couple of things about myself too. It had been a long time since I played with someone. I hadn't had a chance to play with anybody since the lockdown started, Corona started. That is a year of not playing live with anyone. I did some online collaborations with people, which are really fun, but there's different energy when you play live, especially if you're doing like improv stuff. That is really amazing. But I realized that my guitar skills were lately catered to what I need. The session showed me that like whenever I have this kind of stuff, I kind of default to playing more boomer guitar, for lack of a better term, and realized that I don't really actually practice enough new stuff. Another reason why I went to Istanbul was wanted a little change in my guitars, especially for my telly, which is just a stock looking telly. It's a black and white telly, a black telly with a white pickguard. But a couple months back, I saw this post on Instagram, of this really old telly. Well, I don't know, maybe it's relict or something, with a black pickguard, and I love the look, so wanted to do the same. So here we are. Super happy with it. And another thing I wanted to do was for the legator. I like how the legator sounds, but it's just a straightforward humbucker tones and the middle position. And sometimes I need more than that. A couple months ago, I borrowed this Strat from a friend, and it kind of reminded me of the magic of the Strat. I grew up with Strats. I mean, not always Fender Strats. I never owned a Fender Stratocaster. My first guitar was a knockoff Strat. It's a Chinese, you know, pressed wood dust type of guitar called Star Sun. Second Strat was a Squire Strat, Bullet Strat. To this day, it's still one of my favorite guitars I've owned. It sounded great. Really amazing sustain for a guitar like that, you know, like a cheap Bullet Strat. And then I put a DiMarzio Evolution on the bridge. So I wanted something similar in the legator. So what I had on legator is that I had a kill switch. I like the idea of kill switches, but it's been like 2 years and I don't even use it all that much. So I thought maybe I can use that switch, go to Miele Guitar and ask them to maybe use that switch for a split coil. Fortunately, humbuckers allow that, so they were able to do that for me. Volkan specifically, thank you, Miele Guitar and Volkan. If you don't know Miele Guitars, they are Turkish luthiers that make world standard guitars, and they're the first company that changed my mind about headless guitars. Still not a huge fan of the look of a headless guitar, but my main problem was with something like Strandberg maybe, is that when you do vibratos, they feel super light and doesn't feel natural to me. I mean, I'm sure you can get used to it, but it just feels like a toy. But Miele guitars, they are excellent. They have great balance. They don't feel like a toy when you play them. They're great. I'm really thankful for them for taking care of my guitars. Couldn't be happier. Still haven't had a chance to put the legator to test in all aspects. Looking forward to that. But after this 10 days of Istanbul, I'm a little tired, so I'm taking a break today and possibly tomorrow, and then back to recording. I'll let you know what's going on. And thanks again, Gonenc and Hazar and Ahmet. It was an honor to be featured in your live session series. It was excellent. It was a lot of fun, and it was really helpful to remind me how I feel about playing live music. The full video is on Gonenc's channel. You can find the link in the description. Let me know how you feel about that, and see you all very soon. Thanks again. Stay safe. Until next time.